night. So when we add all the background plus dialogue work process, we assume that we have 95, right? 95 we have. And daytime we have dialogue, we have 75, and background we have 20 in the daytime. In the night, we change the background to 80. We change the background to 80. How many dialogue we will have? $95 is the total we have. Daytime we have 95, but 75, 20. In the night I am making background 80. So how many dialogue I will have? 15, very good, right? So that's how it works. And the reason I asked you is that the total should be totally one change. That's the reason I asked that question, not to test your maths. Okay? I know you're good at maths. So operation modes, we type a command to set up operation modes. What is the command we said we use to set up operation mode? RZ03, RZ04 to switch, then SM what? 50? No, 50? 3, right? Check it, 53. 53? Is it SM53?
SC30.
No, SC30 is different. Go under operation modes in the folder I created under favorites in the last lesson.
SM63.
63, right? Yeah. Because I always confuse that one. That's why I asked you, right? Yeah. Then restricted passwords. I can restrict the passwords. I have a table called USR40. USR40 contains the restricted passwords. So I will add restricted passwords inside this table. And those passwords people cannot use. Would you like people using your company name as the password? You add UWinPro. Your password is UWinPro. You like it? Company won't do it, because everybody will try that first, right? Canadian College Fire Studies or UWinPro, no password here, okay? So that is not allowed. Whatever password is not allowed, we update. Then there are a lot of profile parameters I told you. Hundreds of profile parameters to control everything in your system. So I can use RZ what to view the profile parameters. I use RZ11 to view, RZ10 to modify. These profile parameters can be modified based on instance or based on the entire SAP system. I have 3 instances. I can have 3 different profile parameters for some items in these 3 instances. Or maybe I want to have same, then I can go and modify another profile. There are different profiles. Based on what profile I modify, it will be affecting appropriate instance or particular whole system. I have a profile called, for example, default profile. When I make changes in the default profile, it will affect the entire system. If I go and modify a particular instance profile, it will change only that instance profile's parameters. Only the users who are logging into that instance will have that effect. Okay. Then I set up a system landscape. I had to create for every environment, every SAP system, production system. If I have 10 production systems, then I have to create maybe, or I can combine and use it in different ways based on how I use. Maybe we assume that we have a CRM and then BW and then ECC. Then ECC I have to have system landscape, development, quality and production. Do I have to pay a license for all 3? No, only for production. Production only, licensing, right? It's required for production. So I set up a system landscape. If I want using SMC, using Solution Manager, there are commands called SMSY and all, right? old command. There are new commands, right? CRM, solve or something, right? So those commands I can use and I set up the landscape. If I setting up the landscape, I have to create RFC connections so that they will talk to each other. Normally they're talking with TCP. That is not enough for SAP environment. So we have to create RFC connections also, so that the data can flow from one machine to another machine, right? SAP data. So RFC connections, then we have to we have to make sure the data can be moved from one system to another system, right? For that we have to, if the data you are moving is related to your development or configuration changes, then you have to configure TMS, right? But if your data is related to client copy and all, you have to configure client copy, right? So TMS configuration is another job. So TMS configuration, who can do that? A person equivalent to DDIC. I told in SAP there are two powerful users. One is SAP Star, other one is DDIC. DDIC is the handyman like. This type of work he does or she does, right? So DDIC guy logs into 000 client and then he will configure transport management system. So you have to know some commands for that. STMS, right? STMS is the transport management system configuration command. When you first time you type the command, then it will say, okay, it will show like there is no transport domain defined. So you create the transport domain, right? Then after you create the transport domain, then you create the systems in the transport domain, and then you can add that. You don't need solution manager also for that. You can do it without solution manager also, right? So you add the systems in the transport domain. Then you define the transport path from development to quality to production, consolidation and delivery paths. Okay? So all those can be done with STMS. We learn in this course also, right? All your duties we are learning in this course, but to do those duties you have to have some experience in surrounding areas. So for example, Santosh has Unix, Linux expertise. You have Windows expertise, right? So that expertise is required, right? Only with basis that you may not do your work that properly. Maybe you follow your team lead, right? But if you want to grow, then you have to expand your knowledge. You have to know Unix, Linux, and then Windows or database a little, right? Then do the transports. Now after this is configured, I am responsible for the transports, right? Especially to the production system. If anything goes wrong in the production system, they are going to contact me, right? They are not going to contact the IT support people, right? So I have to make sure this is configured properly and everything is monitored properly. I use some commands like SC01, SC09, SC10, SC06 first time. At the beginning I use this, right, to do post installation and also before configuring transport management system first time, right? So normally for transports I use this. I can create transport using this command, or I can move transport using these commands, right? I can release transport actually, not move, release transports. The transports are created in the SAP level, but it can't be moved from one system to another system in the SAP level. If it has to move from one system to another system, it has to go to the operating system level. So it will go to a directory called, the transports will be going to a directory called USR SAP trans data. So all your transports will be here, right? So when you release, transport is created in the SAP environment. When it is released, it will go to users app trans data directory. And it will stay there until it is pulled from the quality system. If I am doing the development system, then I have to go to the quality system and pull from there. For that reason, this should be shared so that it can be pulled from the quality system. Then it will be implemented in the quality system. right? Depending on the way I configure transport management system, it can either stay here or it can go to the quality system and stay in the operating system level there. Okay, and then it will be pulled to the SAP level from there. So transport through the operating system. So actually transport is done by a command called TP. TP is the command which is doing transport. That is a OS command. Transport command. TP also has a lot of options. I can manually type TP in the operating system level also and select the transports. So I have to do all these things in SAP environment. Then setting up RFC, normally we use SM59. There are some commands related to that, 58 and all, right? We use SM59 to create RFCs in the class.
It's a TP, some
TP is not SAP command, it's OS command.
OS command?
Yeah. When I release this and pull the data, actually TP is doing the job. Because it's doing it the operating system level. SC09 cannot do it there in the operating system level, right? You understand, Santosh?
Yeah.
Then creating new clients. I have created some clients, but those clients may not be necessary. Or maybe the system will create some clients. It's not, I don't think necessary. It's not enough. System creates some clients. 000 is there. 001 is there. Right? 066 is there. Maybe 800 is there. Now you wanted to create something new. 900, 600 like that. So you have to do that. It will update a table T000 table. That table is available in all the clients. It's a cross-client table. So table is available in all the clients. It's called cross-client. Right? Because when I create clients in one particular client, that client has to be seen in the other client also. If I want to see what clients are available for me to create a new one, right? So it should be cross-client, right? So this is also do. After creating clients, you may have to copy some basic configuration information which you can select. So you type commands like SCCL, right? Like that for local client copy, remote client copy commands you type to create a client USCC4. Like that you create clients. We will talk about those commands later, right?